The man was lying on the ground, not daring to move a bit, because behind him is a 100-meter high cliff in the sea. Any movement would be an accident. He gripped the ground with his fingers, but the sand was too soft. He has no support. His body slides down uncontrollably. He can't get his hands on the ground. He can only put his body and face close to the ground. He used the friction of his body to stop the slide, but as time passed, his strength was approaching its limit. At that moment, the cell phone in his backpack rang. Answer it or not. If he did, he might fall straight down. If he answered it, he could still call for help from others. He finally decided to answer the phone, but if he moved a little, his body would slide down, so he adjusted his position and pressed his face against the ground. With a different hand, he continued to hold the phone. He carefully unzipped his backpack. With his efforts, he finally reaches the phone, but because the movement is too big and he only has one hand to support it, the man slipped uncontrollably. Luckily, the man is stuck on the edge of the cliff. Below the cliff are hard and sharp rocks in the sea. He was on the verge of collapse due to both mental and physical exertion. Suddenly, a clever man thought of a solution. He starts counting with his mouth. It turns out he's counting the cycles of the waves hitting the rocks. If he could cushion himself with seawater, he might survive. With his counting, he figured out how long it would take for the waves to hit the rocks. The man let go and jumped towards the sea. He succeeds in jumping into the sea, but because the water was so shallow, he hit the rocks by accident. But he was not hurt. The man swam quickly towards the surface. Finally, he managed to surface and lay on the rocks. Breathing heavily, he was happy to have been saved.